Copenhagen or Denmark, and just, my goodness, thank you guys so much for remembering us and coming back. How many of you guys were at the last show we did here in Copenhagen? Awesome. So the rest of you then, how many of you, is this your first Lindsey Stirling? Okay, a lot of first impressions to make tonight. Okay, better not mess up. Okay, well, we're so excited to invite all of you into the Lindsey Stirling family. So, I love you guys. We had some time off the road a little bit, and during this time, I was kind of trying to be inspired for when it came time to do my own show. And I was thinking, what do I want to do? What kind of things do I want to do in my own show? And I actually went to several concerts to gain inspiration, one of which was a Lady Gaga concert. You guys know Lady Gaga? Well, you know, while I was at this concert, she did the sexiest, she did the coolest, sexiest thing where she did like this costume change on the stage. And in hers, I mean, by the middle of it, she was basically down to her skinnies, her nothings, if you will. And, you know, no one wants to be a copycat, so I thought, okay, I can, thank you. But I was like, you know, I could do this in my own very Lindsey Stirling way, of course, with the overall objective to be sexy. Sorry. Guys, I said Lady Gaga concert, not Nicki Minaj. We can fix this problem, but we'll work on that for the next show. would love to do more than to, I mean, I get to travel the world and meet amazing, amazing people like you guys and feel your love every night. I feel your love so much, and I just want to thank you for making it possible for me to do what everyone said I would never be able to do. So thank you guys so much for making my dreams